Why is that? Why is that one of those things done in the basement?
What's that?
Wasn't that most of that in terms of these basements?
No,
I thought you said
no.
Oh, okay, you take a look.
O'Day, Judy O'Day, Miss Ridley. Mr. Snyder is coming down now, and we have Mr. Craig coming down too. So we're going to get started though, because it's just all of a sudden getting really dark. Thank you all for coming here, and it's just wonderful to see you all in these chairs in this park, and it's going to be a great experience for you seeing the film this way, because this is the third year I've seen it this way, so I know. Does anybody have a question for either of these two guests?
Honestly, no. No. We wanted to get the movie made, and everybody was just very directed, very determined. But
It's just touching this thing.
we're thrilled. We're thrilled.
I concur with Judy. We had absolutely no idea. We were just young filmmakers excited to have the opportunity to make a feature film, to make it as good as we could make it with what resources we had.
I was too young to know, frankly, and it was a job. But no, I concur with the rest of these people. But you never really thought about it in any of those sort of terms. You just really thought about it as we've got a mission, and against all odds, we got to complete this mission. And, oh, excuse me, Mr. Craig.
Right. I heard my name being taken in vain. I thought I better get down here. The rest of them didn't have any idea about the success of the film. I did. I figured from the outset we were going to set the world on fire. And we did because of you. And so I think our fans need a round of applause. Thank you all very much.
Another question. Uh-oh, this is going to be a tough one.
I was wondering that most people know about the tragedy of the copyright being lost. I was wondering if you had a big piece from that, and I know Russell had an effort on trying to get the copyright on the
Okay. We will never be at peace with it. Ever. Never. Ever. Because... yes, the question was, has any of the cast or crew, and Russ, my brother, he'll give you about an hour on this. No, we'll never be at peace with the fact that the copyright didn't happen. But life has to go on, and that's now why things like this are happening. We still own the movie. There's no question about who made the movie. Now we just have to also, there's been a major effort to just inform you guys so that you know what's being ripped off and what isn't. And simply put, if you don't buy it, they're not going to make it to sell. And so that's our strategy. You can fight things in court, and who has all the time or the money or the energy or whatever. You got to just move on and do new things. You want to add to that, Russ? No. Okay. Okay. Next question. Stop flashing. I can't see the hands coming. All right. Shout.
How did you pick this area? How'd that come about?
Well, I'll let Russ answer that question. How did we pick the area?
The question was, how did we select the Evans City area? The commercial production company that we had at the time, operating out of Pittsburgh, we had a young trainee working with us, a fellow by the name of Jack Ligo, And when we started talking about this movie that we were going to make, and we needed an abandoned farmhouse, as luck would have it, this may have been the first lucky stroke of Night of the Living Dead. Jack Ligo said, hey, I used to go to a church camp in Evans City. I know there's a house on it. I don't think anybody's living there. And he found the name of the man who owned the property, Mr. Gass. We got in touch with him, and indeed we could make a deal for the abandoned farmhouse. Ordinarily on a movie location, the movie production company agrees to put the property back in the same condition or better condition than they found it. In our case, we said, well, we're making a movie called Night of the Living Dead, or we called it at that time the Monster Flick. And the house is going to get some abuse, and he said that's fine with him, because when we were finished filming, the house was going to be raised and the land was going to be repurposed. So that was a lucky break that we found that. We were able to make the arrangement for that farmhouse just 2 miles from here. Once we found the farmhouse, we said, okay, we're going to need a cemetery. Can we find a close by cemetery? And sure enough, Evans City came through again. And that's literally how the decision was made. The pieces right from the very beginning fell into place between Night of the Living Dead and Evans City.
Next question. Yes. Here, I'm going to come right to you, and then that doesn't have to be repeated.
How long was the actual production? How long did it take?
Actual production was 30 days of filming. 2 of those days were in the cemetery. The remaining days were, with the exception of the Washington, D.C. sequence, which was 1 day, and the basement scenes, which were not filmed in Evans City. They were filmed in the basement of our office building in Pittsburgh. All of the rest of the schedule was here in Evans City. So 30 days total.
No. They're lies. The question is, was any of Night of the Living Dead filmed in Greensburg? No. Not in Livermore, not, no. Sorry to burst your bubble, but any other questions? Hold on. Oh, okay. We'll get her.
Considering that you guys really haven't changed that much in appearance, do people still come up to you and say, "Hey"?
Oh, we have a sweet talker. She knows how to flatter. Well, how about you answer that one?
I'll tell you. Thank you so much for the compliment. Yeah, well, we try. We drink the high-priced stuff. That's my own solution. I don't know about the rest of them.
I don't know. Do you get recognized, Judy, in airports and places?
No.
Okay. I think not. I think for the most part, we've probably passed. In fact, I have pictures of me on my table, and people say, "Well, who is this in this picture?" Well, that would have been me.
We have a question.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
I was just wondering if each of you could recite one of your favorite lines from your roles.
That's a damn good question. I can't imagine what his is going to be.
Ready? Johnny, you're ignorant.
We should have maybe done them in reverse order. Obviously, mine is, on the count of 3, you all do it. 1, 2.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Nicely done. Very nicely done.
Oh, and I know what Mr. Craig's is going to be too.
I want you all to keep this in mind as it gets darker. Kill the brain, and you kill the ghoul.
Maybe we should call the folks.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, sure that she can. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?